Hey, it's me, Mini, and today we are going to look at sketchbook number 12. In previous video you saw me trying out new sketchbook, and guess what? I liked it and I ended up getting more of those. So here begins my rainbow sketchbook era. Anyways, let's begin. Here's the front. Here's the back. I started this in July of 2022. Got myself some new washi. Here's the books I read in 2022. And yeah, there are a lot. Then I got me some new markers because I liked using these as well. Some art books I read in 2022. Some goals. Use a self-portrait spread. I quite like it. It's colorful and it captures my essence. So this is a part of series in which I draw any flower that comes up in my reading during the year, and this is July. I quite like this section and some final thoughts about it because I decided not to read for the rest of the year. A chinchilla spread. I think they're cute. I put some filters on my face and drew those. More random sketching. This is my shoe and things on my desk. And this is some cars from the books I read and a failed sketch. Some ice cream I ate and some self-portraits. I always struggle to get my likeness right, so I was trying to make more self-portraits to practice that. One of my paint palettes, I thought it looked colorful, so I stuck it in here. So another reason why I was drawing a lot of self-portrait is that I wanted to redesign my old character, the blob girl, the small blob girl that you keep seeing in my sketchbooks. And for that I think I need to know how I look like. So here's me trying to redesign it again with full body proportions, but I don't like it. So we'll move on. Some animals from the books I read. I like this. Some more things from books I read. I like this part a lot. So this is a spread based on the book Daisy Darker. I technically didn't like the book as much, but the ideas I got from this book are quite good, and I actually quite like the spread a lot, especially this page. This page is quite good. Some more sketching, especially for the llama word pun, which I tried in previous sketchbooks and failed. Okay, so this is the retry of a llama word pun which I drew previously. I think it's okay. Not good, not bad. And here's some cursed seahorse doodles. And here's a fish crying. I like this. Some train sketches. And I didn't seem to like the experience, but that's fine. Here's me trying to explore the mark making for Very Good Boy. I think I like this one. Some collage work. I like the textures a lot here. Some more inky doodles. This is when I just picked up a marker and drew whatever came up in my mind, and it looks nice. Some onions and a small crying piece based on that. Scrapbooking. So this idea was supposed to be something like having graphic daffodils inside the iris and the rest of it to be realistic here. but I decided not to do that anymore, so I left it at that. Some oil pastel work. Here's me drawing flowers again because one of the books I read had a lot of flowers again. So technically this is the end of the flower drawings, but don't tell that to people on Instagram because I told them this is the end. Where was that? Yeah, I told them this is the end. Anyways, moving on. And this is supposed to be a rocket with desi folk art. I like the idea of it. And here's the sketching for some pieces later on. Some portrait painting because I don't want to lose my technical skills, even though my goal art style is something more graphic. Layering some washi tape. Yeah, so this is the finished piece I was talking about. These are the sketches for these, and they're loosely based off of books I read, but very loosely. They're not exact representations, and that's what makes me love them even more. I really like the spread a lot. It's very colorful and kitcore, which I like. Some more portrait practice, some sticky note doodles, some sketching of trees with magic pencil and oil pastels. Here's me trying to draw myself again. I think it sort of looks like me. I think I'm already getting a bit better at drawing myself. A flower digital drawing. And this is my new OC Punk Tulip. They get to redesign later on, but this is the initial design. Here's a spread about my honeybee characters. I'm obsessed with drawing these. I like this one, I like this one. I like the whole spread actually. Here's a pastel sketch of my old clown pillow from my childhood. And here's a shoe again. Looks like I went for shopping. And these are my clothes. This is hideous. I was trying to stylize myself, but it's not that great right now. But I do get better later on. Here's a matchstick box made of washi tape. Things on my desk. Some more things on my desk. I think I like this better. Yeah, it looks more cleaner. Some more things on my desk again. And this is a still from the movie Spirited Away? Yeah, Spirited Away, in which there were some kind of monsters there. And they reminded me of Psyduck, so I drew them instead. I think it's funny. Anyways. Some doodles on transparent sticky notes because I wanted to layer these on top. Some sticky note doodles about how I am so done with this sketchbook. Same story, different sketchbook. It's always the case. At this point, I'm not even surprised, you know. Anyways, moving on. So, this is when I was trying to make a paper doll of myself. It didn't work out that well, so I gave up on this idea. Some more sticky note comics about consumerism. I think these were the gifts I got from my mom. A giraffe sketch, some blueberries, and some notes. So here's when I redesigned Punk Tulip again, and I like this redesign better. And this whole thing is a concept basically. He was punk and she did ballet. So I made a cactus character being all shy. I think I love her. Some more flower characters. I think this is supposed to be hydrangeas and this is supposed to be lily of the valley. I like this a lot. Basically, I like the whole spread. And this is a piece based on bottling up your emotions. I made a soda can bursting out. And I also like the emojis I used to make it a spread instead of a page. some more sad doodles. I made this digitally, so I printed them out. Me crying in a bucket. So I complete my sad era, then I process it, then I draw my emotions. So I was technically not sad when I was drawing all of these. And that's why I think my pieces have a bit of cheerfulness to them, even though it's about being sad. Some oil pastel work. These look nice. My mom took a picture of me sleeping, so I drew that. One thing about me is that I like scrapbooking in my sketchbook as well. So you'll find a lot of packaging in it. So this is when I was trying to make a sort of visual diary in digital form, but I didn't enjoy the process, so I gave up on it. Here's some of my favorite books in 2022, some audio faves. So I wrote a whole page of reflection on this sketchbook. To be honest, when I finished this sketchbook, I was like, I don't like this sketchbook as much as I thought I would like it. I thought I would create a masterpiece on every single page because I got myself a better sketchbook. And in retrospect, after completing all of my rainbow sketchbooks, I think this is one of my favorites. Though when I just finished it, I didn't like it as much. I was like, this is such a disappointment. So all that is to say that you never know. You might not like your drawings at the moment, but you might look at them with fondness in the future. Anyways, enough of yapping. We still have a sketchbook tour. Okay, so this is the graphic media I read. Oh, okay. So officially we are done. Finally, I finished this in November of 2022. And that's it. Okay, bye.